Valuable, right? He's too valuable to foul like that.
Freshman at FAU last year, sophomore now out of Lithuania. We saw the same thing against Tennessee, and when he came out, they went inside. Now, Alabama's not a team that lives inside as far as rebounding, but they got a bunch of points in there.
But if Texas had an advantage at the 1 through 5 spot, it was at the 5 spot where Boca Titus. Yeah, he's no factor.
Bristol, Millette, like everybody wearing white, can all shoot the three. They got one to shoot it. They get it off.
The cylinder.
Allen is going to get fouled shooting three by Swain.
You cannot get into the cylinder of those Alabama shooters. Ravi, they're going to take 35, 40 a game. You have to know that. And anytime defensively you are jumping at a shooter, you put yourself in a vulnerable spot. I think he got into the landing area. Maybe Allen stuck that right foot out. I don't know. Yeah, Sean Miller, I think, saying the same thing. The shooter is the one that violated the cylinder, and we're shining all over Rob Roark. And the shooter has no more business breaking the cylinder than that defensive player. I think that's what Sean's arguing. When you kick that foot out, he kicked the foot out. I'm right with Sean Miller. He's got an absolute case to be on all three of those officials.
He's right. He's upset about the call, rightly so. He's probably upset that his big man is sitting on the bench with 2 fouls. And he just had a bad one called against his defender, an important guy in Dalen Swain.
And we know Sean Miller's a former Big East point guard at Pitt. All he knows is to compete your guts out with effort and intensity with his club. He is trying to put in them.
Mari Allen, 10 rebounds per game in SEC play. Shows is all over that arc. That's a turnover. So the foul took a 12-10 game, made it 15-10. Now a turnover and trouble early for Texas.
And we know Alabama's good in the country at going on an 8-9, 10-0 run. Texas guards have struggled staying in front of the ball all season long.
Bama's made 5 of their last 6 shots.
Mark, I don't think there's a better guy in this league at those pull-up 15, 16-footers. He's got some growth to do defensively, but a very good shot fake. And again, if you're Bristow, you lose your discipline and get your hand out of your cylinder and reach in. Bam, right there. And Tremont Mark is cash money for that pull-up jump shot.
When he was playing for Houston a couple of years ago, Sasser and the other guards said they couldn't stay in front of Mark. One-on-one, he was as good as they had, and they had some superstars on that team.
Ravi, Tremont Mark is shooting 68% from the 2-point part of the floor. And he's not a high-volume layup maker. I'm talking about those 12 to 16-foot jump shots. He's that good. Kind of a smaller version of Kobe Pete out there at Arizona. I watched him today just knocking down those 15-footers.
20 more points for him today, right?
Yeah.
Bama missed their last 3 3-point field goal attempts. So Philon came in, and Traore to row 1.
And that's that drop coverage defender just sitting there making life heck for those guards. That help defender is going to always be in place. You got to take something away when you're playing Alabama, and that's what Texas defense is doing right now. Trying to force some tough twos, which we know Nate Oates hates with a passion.
Philon comes out. He's got 4 points in the game, and Holloway back in. Mark cannot stay in front of him, and Sherrell will fire another 3. That one is off to the left. And we're going the other way.
So, Ravi, think about it. Sherrell's the one guy that could change that drop coverage for Texas because he can make a 3. But if he's not making a 3, if you're Sean Miller, just stay with it, man. Plug that lane up the best you can.
Latrell Wright's one of their more effective players, the graduate transfer out of Omaha. Tore his Achilles last season. This season, his other Achilles is bothering him. And he's just banged up, not in action tonight. And when you lose Latrell Wrightsell, you lose about 10 points a game, at least in SEC play, even more so when they bring in the rest of the regular season.
Yeah, when he's healthy, he's a 40% three-point shooter. Not healthy, he's 26 right now.
Mark's feeling it, and he bangs another one. That's a 3.
Well, your best players have to step up on the road. I'm talking about Dalen Swain and Tremont Mark, and so far Mark is ringing that bell.
Mark's got 9. Sophia, right in your face, man. That was a slow developing three. Pope was late. Sophia knocked it down.
Another corner three by Alabama. And we're going to break it down in detail going forward, but they live in those corners in that Alabama half-court offense.
Pope open, and he knocked it down. This is just a very different looking Texas team than the one we saw against Tennessee. Sherrill, good defense that time. Bo Bowen, splash.
Alabama need him desperately. Shot 41% from three last year at Florida State. In the high 20s right now. He can change this Alabama offense with that three-point stroke.
Well, he had been 0 for 6 and 0 for 5 from 3 in conference play in 2 games.
Yeah.
Different story tonight for Bo Bowen.
Well, if you're Texas, you're not turning it over. You're making Alabama work. You're getting the ball to that second and third side. That's many.
That was blocked by Sherrill, but he picked up the Pope. Too strong. During shoot-around, Miller's priority, you've got to get back on defense after a make, after a miss, because they're racing down the floor.
Yeah, they're coming 125 miles per hour, Alabama. He said, you can't run 57.
Holloway, great. Oh, Mark came over. He had a really good opportunity for a block.
The second foul called on a three-point shooter. Sean Miller told his guys today, we can't have one. And there's enough contact there on ball and arm for the proper call. This puts so much pressure on you, right, Alabama, because you know they can knock down 13, 14, 15 a game. You're tempted to get out on them, but man, you got to have your discipline.
And not only do they shoot threes really well, but if you're going to foul anybody and pay the price, this is the guy. You talked to Nate Oates about all the great shooters he's had, Jimmy, and he said there's none better than this guy right here. None.
That's a big statement. And Nate Oates has had a bunch of them back in his days at Buffalo, but here at Alabama, I mean, his release on the basketball, you watch this kid on the free throw stripe, we get a good shot at him. That release and rotation of the basketball is as pure as you can get. When he shoots a three, Ravi, I've counted it, the ball rotates about 3.5 times, which to me has always been the sign of a great shooter. That putting that kind of spin on it.
He mentioned John Petty, he mentioned Miller, of course, there's great shooters here, but he says there's nobody that takes a backseat to Aden Holloway. More inside work, and that's where they are living right now. That's a tough shot.
How good was that?
But Bowen were singled out in that loss for their efforts. Long three, Wiltshire. That's off, easy one there, and that's going to be a foul on the freshman Jemison, and that sends Oates to his bench immediately.
Way more fight, way more alertness, way more on edge as Texas tonight than they were in Knoxville on Tuesday when the Vols knocked him around. But that loose ball, just having an awareness and getting inside position. He was inside the defensive player for Alabama, so an easy pickup for Traore.
Seeing that ball hit the ground, and Philon immediately taken out of the game by Nate Oates. Big time fight back from Texas after that performance, and Sean Miller benching half his starters for the second half.
And I'm telling you, if you're not on edge and you're not ready, I mean, ask Michigan today on their home floor, unbeaten, feeling like a 5-loss Wisconsin team's going to come in. No, it didn't happen. You got to be ready to ball, man, every night, especially in a league like this.
Holloway penetration, just threw it up there. Good defense again by Texas, and they got numbers as Holloway still down on the ground. Great position down low, exactly.
What a seal-off by Traore. They are just winning every body blow play in this game so far. That drop coverage has been so good. So be it. I mean, you forced Alabama, even there, Ravi, to take a shot that they don't love to take. Watch Traore, 23 in burnt orange. He runs, nobody gets a body on him, he's open, and now he gets inside position, just seals you off. Bam, that is easy money. Big wide target, Williams just circling around, lost.
He's been around. A few guys came with Miller from Xavier. He was one of them, but he was at St. Louis. He's at Long Beach State as well, as Allen knocks down one. Philon's coming in, and Holloway's coming out.
Yeah, he and Dalen Swain both, right, came from Xavier. It says a lot about what Sean Miller thinks about those two, and it says about what those two think about Sean Miller. Two-way street. Those coaches leave.
Think about those last 2 fouls that Texas was called for. Mark, who's back in the game, and Swain. They don't have a ton of depth. They need their starters to give them minutes. Mark likes this matchup, though, if Philon goes over him and he comes up short.
Take all those you can in this game, though, if you're Tremont Mark.
Allen kick, wide open, short 3.
And again, Traore just, hey, go ahead and shoot it. I'm getting back here and plugging this lane up, even in transition. How good has 23 in burnt orange been when he's had to come in for Boca Titus?
It's been terrific.
Very
that
good.
was a big drop-off in that game against Tennessee. He has it now, back inside, help from behind, and a good job by Philon to help. Millette wide open. That's Alabama.
Overreact to that if you're Texas. They've made one, so be it. You've got the lead, and you're making life heck right now on Alabama's half-court offense. Seth, who watches every game.
He's a tough grader.
Man, I tell you what. You can ask Seth Greenberg about the 4th place team in the A-10 right now, and he'll break it down for you. He knows, man.
And supporting his point about Boca Titus and the way you're using him, it's emphasized by the play of Traore tonight, who's been outstanding in a backup role. And there he is grabbing an offensive rebound.
They've been better with him on the floor.
Yes.
I love what Sean Miller told his guys today. Without mincing any words, he basically said, if this is too hard for you, we can make a deal.
Offensive rebound.
Yeah, if this is too hard for you playing for me, we can make a deal. I love the just straightforward talk he had with his guys today. Man, have they responded.
Swain in the paint, knocked out of bounds. Yeah, I think you have to make that point. He sat there in front of everybody that was in the gym, meaning everybody on the team in the shoot-around, and challenged a particular player and said, if this is too big for you, we can figure a way basically out of here for you.
Yeah, I can give you options.
Yeah.
Shoot it.
He likes to go to his left. Now he fades. Difficult shot, but that's the way it's going. For Tremont Mark, he's got 16.
He is giving Alabama the business on their own floor.
No breathing room on the three-point line for any of them on this trip down.
I haven't watched every Texas game, but this is the best defensive half they've had this season.
How many times have we seen a late shot, clock shot, Philon fade away too?
Hey, that's fine. I almost applaud if I'm Sean Miller. We guarded our tails off, and we made them take a tough 2 with a short clock. Now, can you hang on to this lead that you've worked your tails off for 18 minutes to build is the question.
Alabama has won 23 in a row against unranked teams in this building. Swain's deep, good help from Philon.
Boy, Mark just squared up Philon in open floor, which is very hard to do.
Holloway, and that's going to be a foul. Show's called it. It's a very physical defensive performance tonight by Texas. BYU and Utah. That is our next game. And that means you got a chance to see A.J. Dibonsa. Last Monday, a 30-point triple-double for him. 33, 10, and 10. Shooting almost 6.
Alabama, they're going to appeal a potential flagrant 1.
Shooting almost 60% from the field. That game is coming up next. And you heard Doug Shows there speak into the microphone 2 possessions ago.
Wilson show, Rowan and Martin's laughed in. Hey, I'm telling you, that play has flipped this game. Sure. This momentum.
Yep. Weaver, very good defense. Philon forced into a tough shot.
I'm going to say that's the most tough 2s Alabama has taken this year in one half.
Holloway way out from the basket. Got in the grill of Heidi.
Can't challenge a foul. Aiden Holloway is trying to ask for it. He doesn't want to use it anyways, even if he could. Timeouts are too important.
So Cam Heidi, the junior, 6'7", 215, shooting 50% from 3 this year. He's had the dunk of the night. for the Longhorns, and a very, very pretty stroke from the free throw line.
We're going to get there often. This is only his 9th free throw attempt on the year. I mean, he's a three-point specialist and a drive and dunk on you guy. Another beautiful release. Nope.
90 seconds, 6-point lead, Texas. Both of these teams like to get the scores into the 90s, and we're trending certainly in that direction. Philon the handoff, and an open three for Holloway. It's been like a layup for him. Great follow. And he went and got his own rebound on a missed three.
Shooters know when it comes off their hand if it's in or not, and Holloway knew from the second. And I think it all started.
Is under review.
Now he got it off. The clock light horn is what you look at. The clock surely easily shows there's time left on it when he releases it. They're going to check it, but from the
back, and in a sense turned back the clock. It gave them all those free throws. They had a lead of 11 at one point, down to 1 as we begin half number 2. And Swain with a nice drive with the left.
That's how they start the game, talking about Texas. Not settling for anything. Finesse, driving the ball with force. And they have put a lot of pressure on that rim in this game.
Yeah, Allen wrap around Sherrill, blocked from behind, but he's able to regain and put back in.
Good job by Sherrill to move off the drive, knowing that his guy's in drop coverage, and get off to the opposite side of the rim for the easy drop-off.
Credit Texas defense, too. Holloway and Philon didn't make a three-point shot in the first half.
You expect that would change, right?
You think. Mark was outstanding, as we talked about. He didn't have more than one field goal in the last 5 minutes. Yeah. Offensive rebound and a hustle play by Cam Heide.
Quicker to the ball, just wanted it more. You talk about an explosive athlete as a shooter. It is Cam Heide.
Holloway lost it. They'll settle. Philon 3. He's been off tonight, and a rebound for Texas.
He's been off since the start of conference play from 3. Philon has.
Camp down low, and that is a air ball from that close from Titus. A foul called against Alabama. You know, one of the numbers you look at, too, 9 offensive rebounds for Alabama, and they got 8 of them for the Longhorns. Second chance points, it's very close, and Texas was a non-competitive team against Tennessee in that game.
Well, Tremont Mark is the guy for Texas. If you're Alabama, you've got to get into his body. You cannot let him have space to get coming downhill to that pull-up jump shot.
How about you? Pope. Gosh. He's had a very good game tonight, Pope. 10 points now.
I don't remember calling his name in Knoxville for 2 hours.
Because we didn't.
He didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything. Different story tonight. Difficult runner. That one may have been impacted by Titus. Mark. Left-hand shot denied. Good back defense that time by number 5, Amari Allen. Wild shot, though, on the other end by Jemison, the freshman.
How about the effort, though, by Amari Allen to come back and take away that 2-point shot? Amari Allen sums up, Coach, whatever you need, I'm going to do. Yeah. He's all about winning, talking about the guy guarding the ball right now.
Yep.
I don't want to say that Pope's throwing up prayers that are getting answered, but that was a big-time shot, right, by Pope. The step back, the long recovery. You just can't quite get to the ball by Jemison. And Jordan Pope, this guy's played a lot of ball in his career. Transferred into Texas, and one of the guys that Sean Miller retained. A low turnover guy for the most part. And he and Mark, as older guys, which you would expect, desperate effort, desperate energy, a lot of fight, man, in those two jerseys so far.
What a great start to the second half for Texas after kind of taking a punch there at the end of the first half. Holloway, he kicks. Millette, another 3 that's off, and we're going to get a foul. That's going to be on Swain in a battle. Yes, Doug Schaus says yes. No, they called it on Kendall Weaver instead. Watch.
Wow, if I'm Weaver, I'm like, what did I do? Is that who they called it on, Kendall Weaver?
That's what the public address announcer said.
Might be a break for Texas, because that was on Swain, if anybody.
Operative word, if anybody.
Yeah.
Philon, he's dribbling through it. Pope is going to pick up a foul.
But Ravi, when Alabama's pounding the ball, that's not Alabama offense. They don't want possessions where there's one ball screen, a second ball screen, a third ball screen. That ball's got to be hot and move, and it's not so far to start this second half.
Yeah, early in the game, they were whipping it around here.
They were. You got to throw
threes.
Yeah, you got to throw strikes and fastballs to like your favorite sport.
Dribbled it down low. Great defense by Pope. He may have taken an elbow, but they're going to call it on Pope. He's saying he was in the cylinder.
Yeah. That defender can't get into this cylinder. Man, that's just a tough call. I know the definition of a cylinder play, but the defender to me was still, and the offensive player rotated into his cylinder. I don't like the call at all, and Sean Miller's probably got the same video on his bench. I thought his defender, Ravi, was established in legal guarding position, holding his ground. When that offensive player came through, he came forward into that defender. And Sean Miller probably saying, this is one you should take a look at.
I think they're going to do that.
Yeah, I'm all on board with it.
It would be the third foul that possession for the Longhorns.
Cylinder, Ravi,
The previous action is under review.
Ravi, to me, cylinder plays are when the defender gets in, that they move into the cylinder of the offensive player. But to me, that's not the case. I mean, Pope is in legal guarding position. He's holding his ground, and Philon comes into him. This is going to be a really interesting call.
You made the point, too, in the first half on the three-point shot. Remember that we saw, was it Philon who kicked his leg out?
Yeah.
And that the offensive player can get into the cylinder of a defensive player.
Sure. That offensive player has no more right to
After further review, we have a common foul. Alabama will shoot 2 free throws.
Wow. I guess I'm okay with it, but I could have also seen where you say, you know what, now, and we looked at it, and the offensive player, the one that initiated the contact, the defender was in legal guarding position.
That's a tough one on Jordan Pope. We'll send Philon to the line. So Philon hasn't taken a free throw. Holloway has 7 of his 9 points from the free throw line. Another tremendous ESPN women's basketball triple header Sunday afternoon. Jimmy, number 22 North Carolina and Notre Dame at 1 Eastern. Then 12th ranked LSU gets the 2nd ranked Longhorns. And the afternoon wraps with Duke and Stanford and Palo Alto. How about Jordan Lee for Texas, who has seen her average go up to 15 points a game, and she was scoring about 1 last year. And against ranked teams, she's at 17, and she's a pre-med student.
I think you can make a case for Texas to be ranked number 1 instead of UConn. I'm okay either way, but Texas actually has 2 top 5 wins. UConn none.
Boy, Pope was wide open, and he and Mark are crushing Alabama tonight. Bol Bowen met there by Voka-Titus, and it's deflected off the hands of Voka-Titus.
Alabama's been a little stubborn attacking that drop burnt orange wall in front of the rim. Look at Pope come off of it. You're just going under right now, and I know the percentages might say different, but Jordan Pope and Mark are making shots. You better go over everything in the second half if you're Alabama.
They have 32 of the 58 each with 16 points. Defense has been the difference in this game. There's no open, easy threes, and another one that was way off the mark.
Ravi, as a defender, your chest matters. Man, your chest matters, and Texas has knocked it out of the park in that part of the game so far.
Alabama 6 of 19. Pull up from the free throw line. Mark no good. Follows it. Another offensive rebound for the Longhorns. That's their 9th. Voka-Titus plays with 2 fouls. They get it down low, and there he goes, and a nice soft touch for the 7-footer. Well-designed play by Texas, end of the shot clock. Holloway uses his body, and that's a nice play by the guard.
Well, that's there. He's really grown. But again, if you're Texas, you're still making Alabama take shots that they really don't want to take, those tough challenge twos. Now they go back and think about that cylinder play. I believe the defender probably got his hand in the cylinder. Therefore, I can see why it was the right call.
Titus denied by. They did not grant him that appeal as far as saying, yes, you're correct. So it cost Alabama a timeout. And that's what that conversation is there. They went back and looked at another example of what they thought was a flagrant.
Ravi, I struggled through watching a 2-hour and 48-minute game Wednesday night between Alabama and Vanderbilt. The officials are calling the game like they're supposed to. I would be complete favor of giving both coaches one challenge per half. And there's 4 or 5 things you can challenge, and that's it. We cannot continue to make the game longer instead of shorter. We can't.
I think a lot of people are sitting at home saying, preach, Jimmy, preach. Williamson picks up a foul far away from the basket. As a result of that appeal, they lost the timeout, and we will take our media timeout here. Longhorns still up 60-59. Should be a phenomenal last 50.
And we know Alabama is as good in the country, if not the best, at 9-10-0 runs, especially on their home floor. The good news for Texas, they aren't turning the ball over. Rabbit, only 4 turnovers so far in this game. Same thing for Bama.
Yeah, right out of the break, they had a backdoor play set up for Pope, but Williamson came over to help him, and he dove right into his body. Offensive rebound, no good. And Traore, who's done everything right tonight, missed a little one. Weaver with the battle on the ground. They got 4 on 2. Weaver denied there. Bowen. And an easy one on the other end for Philon. Wow, Bowen, terrific.
They don't track block assist, but that's exactly what Bowen did. Those plays flip a building, not a game.
Well, Nate Oates just did his part to help the building. He's got people on their feet now.
Work your Texas, stay spread, don't turn it over. Take one late in the clock right now and try to get a good one.
Mark.
The defense in the high 60s. You got to match their speed.
Sean Miller.
But one thing Philon does, as well as anybody in this league, he creates an advantage when he has that rock in his hands.
That was called against Houston Millette. So for the first time tonight, really, Texas is dealing not only with Alabama, but now this crowd sold out here at the Coliseum. Swain went out with that 4th foul. He's back in as Mark misses, and a whole bunch of bodies go to the ground. But Heidi was up near the rim. He may have collided with an Alabama player who's slow to get up, and that's Jemison.
Heidi, the transfer from Purdue, he understands toughness and effort. Playing for Matt Painter, known as a specialist, but look how high he gets. Cam Heidi. Got to watch Tremont Mark right here. He's a threat to wrap it and get off a shot.
Millette picked up his 3rd. So Swain went out, and immediately Alabama went on a 9-3 run. Difficult shot in traffic. And here they come, that 155-mile-an-hour machine. Philon. Sherrill gets it.
That's a good no call. There's going to be collisions at the rim in this league. You can't call one on every play. Good officiating and a heck of a game right now. SEC on Saturday night.
Mark is a streaky shooter. Can he get going again? Traore with 7 on the shot clock. Heidi's thinking about it. And now he'll launch. Too strong, terrific job underneath. That time on the defensive glass by Amari Allen.
Build a wall, stop the ball.
He did. Great job. And here is Swain. Oh. And we'll get a two-shot foul as he went to lay it up and in. Phylon left his feet after great defense.
You know how hard you have to play, how much the game has to mean to you as a team. To sprint your tail back and get in front of that basketball and build a wall. And bam, that's exactly what Tramon Mark did. I was on him Tuesday night, Tramon Mark, about lack of defense. I take that back now in this game because that dude has competed his guts out.
Give the Longhorn team credit,
yes,
because everybody that watches and listens to college basketball heard Sean Miller hold his team accountable. We saw him take out his starters in the game against Tennessee. This has been a tremendous response as the free throw is missed.
Well, he knows it's not just trying to hold on. You can't play with that mentality. You got to stay aggressive and tough. Keep your turnovers low. I continue to talk about the importance of that. Texas only 6 turnovers in this game. That's a big, big number for Texas.
Yeah, you see the 5 points against Tennessee. If we extended it to his last 3 games, there was the 34-point outing against Mississippi State. Another free throw miss. Traore has it, throws it up, and he will get 2 free throws. An effort rebound by Traore.
I'm not sure who the hardest playing guy has been for Texas tonight, and that's a great compliment. Multiple guys, man, just doing their job. Traore absolutely just whips Bristow. I mean, just whips him on that box off on that free throw line. Those are winning plays.
Traore goes to the roof with the free throws.
Swain shoots a fastball like flat, and Traore says, "Hey, I got your back, and I'll make it up," with his high arching.
We call that an ephus pitch.
Yeah,
an ephus.
That's a high school Harry pass as a free throw shooter. Watch how high this thing goes.
15, by the way, offensive rebounds for the Longhorns, including Traore's last one.
Uh-oh.
Yep, 3 open corner splash. Jemison.
I say uh-oh, because as soon as you relax and you're not there, roll tide will make you pay.
Closest they've been in a long time. 22 in the game for Jordan Pope, back on the floor.
Man, what a game. The 13th team in the country against a team that hadn't won one yet in the league. And no back down either way.
Pope forces a high arcing 3 that's no good, and Jemison rips the board.
Better get matched up. Instead, ball is a timeout. Sean Miller's not going to use one right now, Ravi. He just wants this run to stop. He almost says, just throw it out of bounds. Let's stop this thing.
Aiden Holloway's first 3 of the night. He's got 14 in the game.
But don't turn it over if you're Texas right now. Don't turn it over if you're Texas right now.
Pope, a lot of dribbling and a drive floater that goes. That'll quiet him. It's 24 in the game for Pope.
How good and low and strong was Pope inside that paint.
Boy, it seemed like a lot of steps. Traore had it. That is kept in bounds by Heide. What a job.
And what a job by Texas to quiet the crowd. Sean didn't use a timeout. He's got 2 left right now. Big time possession again. Get that ball side to side. Make Alabama defend the entire shot clock.
Oh, there's a turnover for the Longhorns right through Traore's legs. Jemison, Allen. Now King gets it to go. It's a 1-point game.
Like I said, don't turn it over. In the very next possession they do. And Nate Oates can feed.
They've missed 7 free throws tonight, 11 for 18. Swain goes to the line as a 77% shooter, and he missed it, and it is killing the Longhorns.
The kid that leads Texas in points, field goal attempts, defensive rebounds, assists, steals. He does it all.
I mean, they've missed 7 in this half. They're 2 for
Texas
9.
Yeah. That will get you beat. But his swing skill, Ravi, is the jump shot. If it comes along, he's going to make a lot of money for a long time.
By Swain, and the Longhorns up by 3.
And it seems like the appeals are actually helping Texas because it just deadens the energy in the building.
Yeah. Violent, difficult pass that was broken up by Mark.
How good has Mark been on both ends?
Now Swain, Heidi thought about it. He'll take a 2.
Why? But I have Hall of Fame coaches right now texting me saying, keep preaching it, because this is ridiculous. We're on the verge of ruining a great product because of all the appeals that we have and coaches' challenges, and it's just absolutely unnecessary.
There's another high-arcing free throw from Traore. Let's hope the last 3:46 isn't ruined, because if you separate the challenges and appeals with the actual game, the game has been amazing.
Amazing game. An amazing effort by Texas to come in here 0-2. Got knocked around by Tennessee and Knoxville. I mean, knocked around. And Sean Miller's got a chance to do something big time for his season with 3:42 to go.
Baron Philon 19 gets the late whistle from Doug Shouse, and that call on looked like Amari Allen.
Yeah.
That's going to be his 4th.
Boy, Swain has just
came down with his right arm on his head.
Yeah. I've been very impressed with Swain owning his spot on drives. Not a three-point shooter, but hey, that's okay. You can still impact the game offensively by being tough, getting leverage, getting angles, getting low on your drives, playing off of 2 feet. But now you got to pay it off, man, from the line with makes. Such a flat shot.
It was. It wasn't looking good, but it ended up going through. Our SEC Network Wednesday men's doubleheader. Otega Oweh, Kentucky against LSU, 7 Eastern time, and then Acuff and number 15 Arkansas badly beaten today by Auburn. They host South Carolina, both available on the ESPN app. Acuff had 19 more points tonight in the loss at Auburn. That one looked better, and it finds the bottom. A 3-point cushion for Texas.
Make Alabama take tough twos if you're Texas. Stay up on those shooters. If you switch out high and early.
Holloway dumps ball. Bowen. Great play. Wow. Denied there, and a foul that is called on Traore, who came in hard to block the shot.
How rugged and athletic has Texas been in this game around the rim? Ooh. Traore got all ball. But Sean Miller, I agree with you on that one. But again, a good offense, though, by Alabama. They come off that ball screen, they short roll and hit the roller, and boom, dumping down low. Man, what a heavyweight body blow game we got with 3:08 to go.
London Jemison shoots the free throw, and it walks out.
I need to roll the footage of 2 balls can fit through the rim at the same time, like I did Tuesday night in Knoxville.
Or just tell everybody. But 2 basketballs at the same time can go through that cylinder.
Yes. A large person can fit through that cylinder.
Jemison misses another one, and the rebound Texas. Free throw shooting for Alabama. They have now missed 7 in the game.
Man, Sean Miller can feel it by how he's clapping, how he's encouraging his guys. He's got guards that don't turn it over. He's in great position to close this thing out if he gets good looks.
Pope's been terrific. Down low, Titus, and he got fouled. Ooh, couldn't get it to roll in, and he will go to the free throw line, where tonight he is just 1 of 3. He's so close to just dumping this thing through.
That is a good look, though, and Pope did a good job of getting low underneath Philon to fire that thing inside. Not easy for a 7-footer to go down that low and come up with the ball.
Very big free throws. Each team shooting in the last 3 minutes.
I just don't think for either team right now, finesse is going to win the game. You can't settle for quick threes. You can't settle for soft plays. Anything soft, anything selfish, the remaining 2:44, it's not going to get rewarded. You know that right now. You tell that to your team. Strap it up and let's go.
2 big ones for Modest Titus. Scoring 11.5 points in SEC play, and he's got 7 tonight. Weaver is chasing Holloway all over the place. Philon goes downhill and lays it up and in. Terrific play with the left.
Yeah, because he was knocked off balance and finished with his left off balance, almost behind the rim. And here comes the crowd.
21 in the game for Philon.
Challenge got 1 timeout. You want to save it, though. If it's not Mark, it's Swain. Driving the ball strong with 2 hands. Again, nothing finesse. Nothing finesse. by either team. And Swain just forces his way through. Not hard body full help. It's kind of a hand help, and Swain just rips right through that hand help.
Remember, Jimmy, Pope and Swain each playing with 4 fouls. Philon, and that's good defense there. He was looking to pass it all the way across to the other corner where Taylor Baldwin was waiting.
If Alabama doesn't convert, man, do they start feeling pressure. Coming off of a loss at Vanderbilt. They feel like, and I agree, they're one of the best 3 or 4 teams in this league, but boy, would this be a blow on their home floor. You cannot do it in that league play.
Yeah, he just gets it into Holloway. Bad pass. Baldwin wasn't aware of it. Weaver went down. They call it a jump ball, and it will stay with Alabama.
Yeah, they flipped it. Man, get on that floor, right? And both teams were quick to the wood. No one standing, no one bending over. Hope is not a plan when you're trying to close out a game and hope the ball comes to you, man. Go get it.
They get the switch now. Man, Holloway with a hard cut. He is down, and he lost it out of bounds, and it will stick with Alabama with 8 on the shot clock.
So if Holloway or Philon takes it out, you gotta keep an eye on them. They have plenty of time. Their out-of-bounds passer is a very dangerous spot.
Instead, it's an easy one, a 3-point play opportunity.
What a huge cut by Allen, who again is one of those, what do you need from me to win the game, guys? And Heide just got out of position and gave Allen an angle. Oh, they got miscommunicated on the switch. I hate that. Just guard yours right now. Don't play cutesy stuff. Heide trying to switch it out. And 2 guys went with 1 and left Allen for a wide open rim cut. Mistake by Texas, out of bounds under.
Sean Miller continues almost like an NHL coach, shifting his players in on every possession. The free throw is missed. Another one.
Just amazing. Both teams.
8th missed free throw of the game for Alabama.
We go back to Volkatitis, and he's got a size advantage on the inside, no doubt.
The freshman Jemison is on him, giving up 5 inches. Pope pounds it down there, and they will get the hold on Jemison.
There's nothing else you need to do. If it's not Swain getting a drive, just hammer that ball inside, jackhammer it to Volkatitis. Too big, too strong, too tough, too competitive for Jemison to handle. He just continued to post, repost, maybe 3 seconds. I don't know, I wasn't watching. They didn't call it. In the day, he gets himself to the line.
4th foul on Jemison. Volkatitis' free throw is net.
I mean, for a guy that big, it's so hard, honestly, to shoot a free throw. It's like a normal-sized guy almost shooting a softball. It's very difficult. And Volkatitis doing a really good job.
3 Alabama players you can see with 4 fouls, 2 for Texas. And that one is way off from Volkatitis. 4-point game.
What a job by Sean Miller to get his guys right, man, to get knocked around in Knoxville.